So first things first, this is the Chamber's website, if you're not familiar with the Chamber website. And this is how you will always access the MIC. Right up here in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a little member login button. That's how you will log in and access the portal. So you just click on that here, and it'll take you to the login screen. So this original login is created when you first join the chamber. When you first fill out that membership application, it asks you to create a username and password that is for the MIC. From there, and we'll go through this today, you can add more representatives of your organization. They each will have their own personalized login, but it will take them to the same company page that you all share. But that original login is going to be unique to whomever filled out that application in the first place. So of course, sign in. If you forget a username or password, you can reset it. But this is how you always log into the MIC. And it's going to take you here to this nice little home page, just like this. So you'll see, and we'll walk through this step by step, you'll see this top menu, this left-hand menu of fun stuff, and then you'll have a setting menu up here. And then this homepage just kind of serves as like your landing page with just general information and updates. I refer to this kind of as your Facebook feed. It reminds me of like old school Facebook. So any sort of updates that people have shared will all pop up in here for you to review. Whatever the next upcoming event is on the calendar will pop up here. You get this little member profile that'll tell you how much information you've completed filling out in your company profile. And it'll give you like a little checklist of things you can do. And then all of your menus to go to all your different things. So we're going to start today up in this top account settings menu. Your personal and company information, you'll see these top two here are the same links as the personal and company information over here on the left-hand side. They will take you to the same spot, fill out the same information, just two different ways to access them. So feel free to do whatever you would like. But I'm going to start over here on the billing tab because this is a question I get all the time. So billing tab, when you first open that up, is going to take you to this make a payment screen. If you have an outstanding invoice for anything, it will pop up here, whether that is membership renewal, an event ticket or sponsorship, anything like that. It'll pop up in here and allow you to make a payment on it. Next option down here on the left-hand side, you'll see is payment profiles. This is where any saved credit, debit, bank account information will live. So if you are someone who has a recurring payment set up, if you pay monthly and it's recurring, or if you pay annually and it's recurring, that will all live under here. You can add as many as you would like. And then you can always add a new one. So I get this question a lot, especially unfortunately in today's day and age, if your card information is stolen or you get a new card, you have to replace the old one, anything like that. This is how you do it. So you're starting your payment profiles. You're going to click add a new payment profile. And then you can choose either a card or have it pulled directly from a bank account. Pop in all that information in here, and then you just hit add a profile. That'll kind of save it in here as a payment option. And you'll see that option if you go to register for an event or next time you make a purchase, it'll pop up for you to say, do you want to use this saved card or this saved bank account? You can do that in here. Now, two-part step. So then you're going to want to come down here to auto pay and billing. And this is where you're going to either set up or change that auto pay. So if you had an auto pay already set up and it was connected to an old card that you have now deactivated, you do have to do this as a second step. All right, so when you have a payment profile in here, it'll show the bill that's upcoming, membership, event fee, whatever that might be. And then that payment profile is going to be listed right here. It'll be the last 4 digits of that card number, that bank account number, whatever that is. And you'll see just instead of this since I don't have a card in here, you'll just see a little drop-down menu, and it'll just say pick the card that you want this payment to pull from. And you just switch it over, switch it to the new one. And then from this from this payment profile screen, when you have multiple listed in here, you'll see there's a little delete option next to them. So if there is an old card that's definitely been compromised, you can just delete it out of the system completely. And then your transaction history. Big old long list. Anything you've ever purchased at the chamber will live in here. So you can download invoices, past, receipts, any of those things. If you need a hard copy for your records, or if you lose a copy and need an additional one, all of those are going to live in here for you. And then your shopping cart. You probably will not use your shopping cart very often, but it's here if you need it. So anytime you sign up for something or register for an event that has a ticket attached to it, and you don't complete that registration, it'll move it to your shopping cart. So let's say you are registering for an event, you get halfway through, and then you realize, oh, I don't remember if my coworker's coming with me or not. Or I don't remember if we have 3 people coming or 4 people coming. Let me check and I'll come back to this. It'll automatically save whatever you have already started. It'll pop it up here in your shopping cart. So then next time you log in, you can go under here and kind of pick up where you left off, finalize any details, submit payment, all of that stuff through here, rather than going back through the event and duplicating that registration. So that all lives right here for you. So real quick overview of billing, that lives right here. Okay. Pop this back over here. All right, now we're going to start over here on our personal and our company information. So again, every representative that you add into the MIC will have their own unique login, but it will take them to the same spot. It'll take them to your company page, but they have this option to fill out their personal information. So under personal, it takes you to this profile, and you'll see this is all of my personal contact information, my job title, my phone number, my work email, all of those things. You can pop that in here. You can do a bio, you can add photos, all the stuff, we'll get into that. But this is great. And again, you can have as many representatives as you want. But especially if you have someone who's really a forward-facing part of your organization, if you have someone who is a main point of contact, someone who's kind of in charge of your business development, anything like that, and you want a personal, face of your company, this is a really great way to do that. Next page down is just your username and password. If somehow you remembered your password to log in, but then you forgot it, you can update it from here as well. Or if you forget what your username is, you can see it from here. But of course, you actually have to log in to be able to see that. But that is here for you if you need it. Here's where you pop in that photo. Again, this is personal to you, so this would be, you could be whatever you want it to be, but most people, this is their headshot or something to recognize them as an individual. Groups and interests, which actually looks a little different. We're going to come back to this because this did not update the way that I thought it did. But there's a couple different options when you are registering your business and you become a member of the chamber, and we're trying to segment these out a little bit further. There's supposed to be a couple other options here other than veteran owned, but this is where you can indicate those if you are veteran owned, minority owned, women owned, any of those things will live right here. I'll have to make sure that that updates properly. And then your social networks, again, personal to you. If you would like to share your personal LinkedIn profile, Facebook page for business purposes, if that's a way that you would like people to contact you, you can pop those in here. All right, and then your display preferences. This is where you can choose where any of that information, whether it's accessible to the public, or if you only want members to be able to see it, or if you don't want anybody to see it. So you get to choose, right? Obviously, all of these different options and how public you want that information to be. I will tell you this, when you check the public box, then it creates a little box on the company page of the membership directory and shows that information. So, for example, if I go back to the website, for those that aren't familiar, our membership directory lives right here. All of this is the public-facing side of whatever you put in the MIC. So I'm going to pull up my husband's company because I know for sure he has his profile public. So again, we're going to come back to all this. This is all the stuff you can update. But if you choose for your personal information to be public, it will create this little box down here as the primary representative, a person to contact. So, he has his name, email address, photo public. So that's all there. You can choose, again, different things to be public or not. But that is how that will display on that screen. If you leave all of these empty and you only choose members, they will not show up on this page. This whole box will just not be there. But they will be listed within the MIC. If you are logged in and you're looking at this directory option here at the top, then it will list your personal information, personal contact information, however you choose to have that listed there. So totally up to you as far as who you would like to have public, private, members only, totally up to you. You can have multiple people listed in here. This will keep going forever. You can have 100 people in here if you want, and they can all be public, but they would need to log in under their profile and check those public boxes themselves. It won't do it automatically. It automatically defaults to private. But it's a quick and easy fix. You just click a box, hit save, and it'll pop that up there for you. All right, so that is personal information. Now we're going to jump into company information. So again, as a chamber member, we recognize the business or organization itself as the member, and then all of the employees can participate as members underneath that umbrella of membership. So regardless of how many employees you have in here, they are all going to be under the same company membership. So here's where you can update that information. Obviously, the kind of the basics: name, general contact information, address, billing contact. This is internal for our purposes if you have a specific office other than your general office for billing. I'm going to pop up here really quick. So this profile summary is the same as this little member profile where it gives you this percentage. It just gives you like recommended things to add into your profile. You don't have to do this, but it's just a nice little checklist of, what you already did, what you have left to do. So that lives under profile summary if you ever want to take a look at that. All right, we did organization information. All right, jumping down to employees. This is where you add and remove your representatives. So again, go crazy. If you want to put every single employee in here, you can do that. If you only have a set few employees that you think will utilize it and need access, you can do that as well. So all you need to do is add an employee, pop in their contact information. Again, they will have access to update this. So if you just want to pop in like their name and their email address and then let them do the rest, you can do that. And then once that's all filled out, you're going to click this little button down here that says email an invitation. They will then receive an email with a link that will allow them to create their own username and password to log in. And then you hit save. And it'll take you back to this page and it'll pop them in here. And then same thing, if you need to delete an employee who's no longer with your company, you just click the little checkbox and hit deactivate, and it will take them out of the system. And then you can just see how many people are in here. And this is internal for you, and as to who has access to your account. I will say, another thing for your MIC login, obviously it logs you in to the MIC, but it is also used when you're registering for events off of the chamber calendar. It is what gets you membership discounts. So if you go to register for an event, we'll choose Economic Outlook, and you are registering through here, you'll see this screen. And I'm already logged in, so it's going to give me this screen, not the screen I wanted. What it was supposed to do, it'll give you an option of either log in with your member ID, log in, or register as a prospective member. If you click on prospective member and you bypass putting in your login information, you will not get the option to register with member pricing. So if it's an option where it's free for members and not prospective members, or there's a discounted rate for chamber members, make sure you're either purchasing your tickets through the MIC or you're already logged in to get those discounts. That's how it recognizes basically to offer that to you. All right, then we're going to jump down over here to website information. This is where you can put in kind of some extra digital info that again fills out this profile that lives on the website. So your general information, you can use your organization information. You can have different information if you would like that. Just change that in there. Socials, again, these are now specific to your company. So if you have a company LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, you can pop them in here. They will display right here under your name, website information. These little icons will all link to your pages. Your web description is the kind of about you. Tell us about your company, who you are, what you do. That lives here right under this about us section. So that's just kind of the general who you are, what you do, give us a little summary. You can then do your meta description, your search results description for when that profile pops up on Google. If people are just Googling your organization, pop those in here. And then you can enter your hours of operation, driving directions if you want them as well. You'll see them right here. All right. And then these highlights. These will show up as little bullet points on the page. So this is a really great way to highlight specific things that you may have going on, whether that is a specific class, maybe that's you have a directory of your own. I've seen a lot of companies, especially like in the marketing field, that have, if they have a catalog of new offerings or products or something like that, this is a really good way to showcase those. So all you do is pop in a URL that you want that bullet point to link out to, and then you pop in a little bit of text. You only have 120 characters, so try to keep it brief. So, this might be spring catalog or spring events calendar or something like that. You can link that out. And then this will be shown here under your highlights, and people can click on those and go directly to that page rather than just visiting your general website. So it's a great way to show off different specifics if you have some specific stuff to highlight there. And then you can pop in some keywords. Again, if anyone's SEO savvy, and just to help boost your search results, you can pop them in there as well. And of course, always remember to hit the save button and update those changes. And again, this can be updated at any time. You guys have 24/7 access to this portal. So anytime any contact information changes, you got new stuff going on, log in, update it, share it. That's what it is here for. So please take advantage of that. All right, so then we're going to jump over to categories. Your categories will be listed here, but you cannot change them. If you need to change your category for any reason, just reach out to a staff member here at the chamber and we can do that for you. But you'll see two different options here. You'll see your category and then you'll see your quick link. That, we go back to our website, we go back to our membership directory. All of these here that live on this like homepage of the directory, these are all quick links. They're basically larger umbrella categories that house the main categories. All of the categories can be found in this drop-down menu. There's probably at least 100 of them, right? These are very specific. Choose the one that best suits your company. You can go through here. Again, this is something that you select when you first fill out that membership application. So if this changes for any reason, just let us know. We can swap the category. What we cannot change is the quick link that it shows up under. Those are default by our system. So this category can change, and that's what will be listed online. It's also what will be listed in our emailed directory. I'm not sure. I think everybody on the call is a little bit too new to have received our email directory yet. But that is a kind of a PDF version of the membership directory that is emailed out once a quarter. And that is all listed out by those main categories. So you'll see all 100 categories listed. You'll see everybody in those categories. So again, just reach out to us if you need to update that for any reason. But if you forget what category you're in, you could just pop down over here and find that there. All right. And then your additional information is some stuff that you can pop into. See, here's where they're, yep, and then they're right here. And I'm not sure why they weren't in the other place, but anyway, here they are. This is additional information that is internal to the chamber, just helps us kind of differentiate our members out a little bit. So feel free to update this as you would like. Again, interests in different chamber related things, your business anniversary, your if you're a nonprofit, veteran owned, minority owned, women owned, you can go through and save those if you would like to. All right, then here's the fun part. You have to make it look pretty. So starting here at logos, these are just a couple of the images that you can add to your profile. Your member logo is where I would recommend at least that you put your company logo. This is what pops up next to your name. Right here, your general business logo. The top image here, this member page header, is the image that displays right across the top of this screen. So you can see for my husband's company, he has an actual photo listed here rather than a logo. This can be whatever you want. It might make sense for that to be your logo. It might make more sense for your business to be a photo or a different kind of highlight. Feel free. You get to choose what that looks like, but just so you know where that lives, that'll be that top image on the page there. Then if you go down to photos, you can add different photos into your gallery, which then live at the bottom of the page here. Again, they can be whatever you want them to be. If you want to just highlight products, services, you can do that. All you got to do is click on Manage Gallery, add images. You can click this little delete button and delete different pictures if they're already in there. Choose what position they show up in. You can put little captions on them if you'd like, and then just save and close, and that'll put them up there for you. You also get to link to one video. The video needs to already be uploaded to another platform. Most likely that's YouTube, Vimeo, something like that. You cannot upload just a video off of your computer. But if you have something that just kind of highlights who you are, you can pop that in here. that will show up underneath of your photos. You can see this profile does not have one, but if it did, you'd have your photos, you'd have a video for people to click on, that would all live there. All right. And then your map pin. So this is the little map that sits over here, shows where you're located. So you have a couple different options here. You can choose to not have a map on your profile, just click on none. You can choose for it to be automatically generated from Google Maps based on the address that you put in, which is what is shown up here. Or you can choose to upload an image. So I will give you this little piece of advice. If you choose the Google Maps option, you can only have it linked to one address. You can only have one pin, one spot. So for people that have multiple locations, sometimes they opt for the upload an image option. They will, have their own map that has pins on all of their locations, that, has that information for people, and then they'll upload that as an image instead. Totally up to you if you're someone who has multiple locations and you want all of them listed that way. I recommend that that's how you do that. If not, you can just pop in your one general address. It'll auto-populate that map for you. And that just hangs out over here on the right-hand side of your profile. This didn't save either. I'll come back to this. Membership badge doesn't. We'll come back to the membership badge. That's under your resources tab. All right, and then again, when you're in this menu, billing is going to pop up again for you. Same thing we already went through, just another spot, another way to get to it. So you'll notice that a lot. You might see some of the tabs are a little redundant. So however you feel like accessing that information, go for it. It is all there for you. Alrighty, what am I doing on time? Perfect. All right, so we're going to finish out this left-hand menu here. All of these things, hot deals, member-to-member deals, news releases, etc. These are all marketing opportunities that are included in your membership as a part of the portal. Take advantage of them, go crazy. All right. I'm just going to walk you through each one and kind of what they are and how to post them. All right, so your hot deals. Hot deals, any sort of discount, promotion, sale, anything you have going on, pop them in here. These are public. So these are, discounts that you are offering to the public. They not only live in here, but then it puts them up on our website. So it's just a way to advertise that promotion for your company. So you can see ZVault just popped one in here today. So all you need to do is click on add a hot deal. Tell us a little bit about it, give it a title, a tagline, details as to what it is. Your offer start date and end date, just how long that, that discount's available. Again, your search results logo. So let me pull this up. Don't need these anymore. So, all right. So these all live under the resources tab on the Chamber's website. So if I go here to hot deals, this is the public facing side where everybody can see all this information. So when this says to upload a search result logo, this is what they are talking about right here. This little image right here. It can be your logo. It can be a regular picture. If you have a special graphic that has been designed for this discount, it can be that, whatever you want. But that is what shows up right here when people are looking through this page. Contact, if you have any specific contact for this deal, who you want people to get in touch with, pop their information in there. And then your active dates. These will most likely be the same as your offer dates, but you can set them differently. But this is for how long you want this particular promotion to appear on the website. So you have the option if you want it to be up there for 2 weeks prior to the sale actually going live. You can do that. Just set the dates in here as you see them. And yeah, watch this little note right here. Once things have been submitted, you cannot change the dates. I don't know why, it's just part of the system. It's very annoying. But if for whatever reason you publish something and you need to change the dates, unfortunately, you have to delete what you put in there and upload a new one with the new dates. Just a heads up. But what you can do, once you pop all of that in there, you can save it as a draft if you need to confirm any of that information before you make it live. Save it as a draft. You can come back to it and change anything on this page. Once it is the way that you want it, then you're going to click on submit for approval. That then comes to the chamber. Here, there we go. That then comes to us just for final approval. And I will say, as most of anything on here, the only thing we're looking for is if spam gets caught in the filters. So give us, a day or two just to click the little button that makes it go live up on our website. 9 times out of 10, we're not going to deny your offering. It's just a way for us to check for spam. So pop that in there and we will submit it. And again, when you're on this general hot deals page, if you have already submitted a hot deal, you can click on manage. It will list all of the hot deals that you have ever created. And then again, if you look under status, you can see whether or not it's been approved by the chamber. It'll say approved, or it'll say pending if it hasn't been viewed yet. Or you can see like, this was one that we disabled or deleted because for whatever reason, this one was obviously a test, but for whatever reason, the information was wrong. We had to delete it and make a new one, anything like that. You can delete them all together if you just never want to see them again. You can do that. And you can just pop them in there like that. But this is where you would also go if you have one that you had saved as a draft and you need to come back to update it. It'll list it in here. You can click on it and update that information. All right, member to member deals, exact same thing, except these are deals that you are offering to other members and only other members of the chamber. So they do not go up on the chamber's website. They do not live anywhere else outside of the MIC. These can only be found here and only other members can take advantage of them. But it's the same exact process. You just add a member to member deal, go through and fill it all out, put in all the different options, and then either save or submit for approval. One thing I forgot to mention, you'll see this option here as category in both this page and the hot deals page when you're submitting one. If you want your deal to be exclusive to members, member to member deal, choose Chamber of Commerce. That just in our system says this is only for the chamber. But you will see this option on the hot deals page. Leave it blank. Do not put anything in there. Do not choose Chamber of Commerce. If you do, even though you submitted it as a hot deal, it will save it as a member to member deal. So just a little note, depending on what you're doing. If you do accidentally submit a hot deal and you select Chamber of Commerce and then you're looking at it and you're like, wait a second, why is it not up on the website? That's probably why. Just reach out to us and we can double check and we can change that category manually on our side. So just let us know if that ever happens. But again, member to member deal, you can just pop them in there. And then of course, if you're under that management tab, you can see all of the ones you've already submitted and revisit any drafts you have. All right, news releases. This is a great way to share anything you want to. Happy, exciting information. So think of these as kind of as a press release, but not quite as formal. You can share press releases in here. You can just share awesome things that are happening. So again, these all live here. And then they also live on the chamber website. Here under news, let me make this bigger. There we go. Under news, if you go to member news, That's all of the different news releases that members have shared. And again, all you need to do is click on add a news release, pop in the title, your publishing dates, the release date if you have a formal one. Put all of that text in there, your description. You can choose a category. Again, this is one where you don't have to choose chamber. These categories are different. Just pick one that is the best fit for your release. Again, you can pop in that search results logo, which is what displays on the front here. It can be a picture, it can be a logo, it can be whatever you would like it to be. And then contact information. This gives you the option to choose a contact already in the MIC if they are the primary contact for that release, or you can add one in. And then again, save it as a draft or submit it for approval. And then manage will give you this list of things that you have popped up in there, gives you the status, all that good stuff. All right. Job postings, exact same thing. If you're hiring and you want to share that with both the public and other members, just add a new job posting, title, description, meta description, again, your display date. You can choose a category here. And then contact information. This can either be your company, or if you have a specific person who is handling the hiring process, you can put their information in here. And then again, active dates, the dates that you actually want it to appear on the website. So may or may not be different than your original dates here. How long you want to be up on the website. And then you get a picture too, if you have a picture or a logo you would like to submit. Again, save and submit. Pretty straightforward. And then you can go through and view previous ones that you've had up there. All right, your social feed brings you right back to the home page and this general feed. And then anytime you share any of these things, they will generate in this home feed as well. Just give you this this general summary. So members can find it either on the home page, they can find it through the individual pages, they can find it on the website. It's all the same information, just goes to a bunch of different places. Last thing on this menu is the request for proposals. So if you would like to request the services of another chamber member, this is a great way to do that if you don't have a specific member in mind. All you need to do is add an RFP. This is the one screen that looks different than all the other screens. I don't know why. But here's where you would submit that request for proposal. Again, title, dates, description, pretty basic stuff. Instructions on responding, contact information, and then category. So you'll see here, these are all of the different categories for chamber members. So when you click on one of these categories, it will send this RFP to any member in that category. So if you are looking for graphic design help, you just click the button. You might have something that's a little bit of a broader project that requires multiple categories. You can check as many as you would like. And then you just make sure that you're not a robot and you submit it for approval. And that'll come through to us again to be approved to go out. I will say you do not have to treat this as a formal request for proposal. You can if you would like to. I've seen other people use this as an option to like request sponsorships, to request just like general services and options for working together. It doesn't necessarily need to be a formal proposal, but it can be if you would like it to be. So that is all there for you. And then any active proposals will sit on this page here. So anyone in the category that you select will receive an email notification of there's a new RFP. It'll give, whatever you put in that summary will pop up in that email. They will then be able to respond to you if they would like to submit their proposal. But then anyone can find it on this page. So if there's somebody from, that maybe didn't receive it because they were not in that category, but has a suggestion or is able to offer some assistance, they can see it and they can find it here on this page too, and they can view all the details and they can reach out to you as well. Alrighty. Any quick questions before we jump into, I'm going to run through this top menu really quick. Nope, we're doing all right. Alrighty. So again, homepage. We'll always bring you back to this homepage here. Here is the directory. So this is the internal version of what you see on the website. So you are welcome to use this instead as well, whatever you would like to do. So this will automatically default to just alphabetical lists all the members. And you can just scroll on through. You can then filter these if searching for different members. You can search by categories. You can search by new members. That's actually new. That's cool. I didn't even know that was there. That's a new option. You can search by location, different interests. You can search by nonprofits, veteran-owned, minority-owned, all of that fun stuff. So go through and connect with people. I will tell you this, that if for whatever reason, if you come across a member and they do not have any information listed as far as contact information, that is because when they were going through those checkboxes on their profile, they left them all blank and they didn't want their contact information to be shared. So just a note, if there's someone in there that you wanted to reach out to and they don't have any information listed, it's because they have decided to keep that private. That is all in there. All right. And then contacting members through the directory. So I will point this out because it's very easily missed. Right here, there's a little tiny URL that says contact these businesses. So this is a way to send emails out to chamber members kind of indirectly. You can obviously click on people's profiles, get their contact information and reach out to them. Or you can do up to 50 members at one time using this contact option. So what I recommend people doing first is filtering it out to the list that you want. Search, I want this category, whatever that might look like. Filter all of that out. Then click on this button, the contact businesses. And then it's going to have you enter in some information, just who you are as the person who's reaching out, your contact information. And then here's where you can send a message. It comes across to them as an email. So this is where you would put in your general email, your subject in your email, and you'll see that this has been filtered to everyone in this category. So this is a really great way to reach out to other members if you are looking to connect with people in a specific category. Again, if maybe an RFP is too formal for the type of work that you're looking for, you want to reach out directly, you can do this. I will tell you this, just tips for success. Do not spam people. It's rude. Don't do it. Don't use this to just try to market yourself and sell product. Use this as an opportunity to connect with people. All right. Remember that, in the body of your email, make sure that you're reaching out and saying, hey, here's who I am, here's what we do. I'm looking to connect with other chamber members because I want to work with other chamber members. We're looking for help with our website. We're looking for help with our social media. We're having a big event and we want to invite all of the members to come out and join us, stuff like that. Make sure it's personal. Make sure it's, we're here to build and foster connections in the community. We're not here to spam people. We're not here to just blindly send emails into the void. So I will encourage you, like, filter that out, connect with people on a personal level, and then you can submit that, and that will all come out to them as an email. So that's a great way to do that here as well. All right. Pop over here to events. When you click on this events button here at the top, this is going to show you every single event in the system, whether that is a chamber event, whether that is an event that a member has shared, they're all going to show up on this homepage. You can then come over here and filter these out. So you can click on events here that you have already registered for. You can click here for events that you have previously attended. Back to the homepage, there we go. And then you can come in here and search by keywords, search by category, month, that sort of thing. If you're looking for just chamber events, you can choose the Chamber of Commerce option right here under categories. And this will filter the list to only events that the chamber is personally hosting. And then once you find, the event that you're looking for, you just click on register. It'll take you here, add in, your attendee information, what you're looking for. And then you can check out right through this events page. And then you can add your own events. So anytime you have something awesome going on that's open to the public, or at least open to members, pop it up in here. You can add an event. Again, pretty basic. Tell us about it, the title, start and end date. You can set up a recurrence if you'd like to. If this is something that happens once a week, once a month, you can just choose those options, and you can say, every week on Mondays, that sort of thing. You can set all that up. And then all the details, tell us all about it, search and meta descriptions, and then you'll give, you can do location details, date and time, if there's any fees, admission, directions, who to contact, if there is a contact. You can pop in a website if you want it to link out. Maybe you have a calendar on your website, you want that to link out to, you can pop that in there. And then you have all of these categories to choose from. You can choose as many as you want that make sense for the event that you're holding. If this event is open to the public and you would like it to be displayed online, click this little community button. That indicates to the system to put that up on our community calendar. So that lives on the website once again. Too many tabs open. You'll see here we have some different calendar options. This one being exclusively chamber events. The events calendar view shows you all of the events. And then this community calendar here shows you just events that have been shared by chamber members. So if you would like your event to show up on this calendar, oops, wrong tab, there we go. Just click this little community button. And then photos and images. So just like your membership profile, there we go. You can have different images show up in different locations for your event. So again, this header image will go across the top of the screen, which this was not a very good example because this does not have one. But right across this title here will be that long skinny image. If you would like to have a header image, your main event photo is this photo here that is going to show up on the right-hand side. That is your main event photo. Your search results logo is what's going to show up right here next to the name, right there. And then you can do gallery photos. If you have them, if maybe, you have photos from this event last year, and you want to show it off, they will show up here at the bottom under your description. You can do that as well. Again, maps. You can choose to have a map if you would like to. If you would like to either upload an image of the venue, or you can do a Google map and you can put in that address and it'll put a little pin, just to give a visual for people as to where they're going. You can do that as well. You can also link out to a video. If you have a video from the event prior, you can do that as well. And then of course, save and submit for both of your options there. All right, and then when you're on, it defaults to the manage page, but if you're here, so you've added your event, you can then manage events. You can go through and look at events that you have shared previously. You can delete them if you need to delete them. You can preview it to see what it's going to look like on the website. And then you can also copy them. So if this is something like, again, you're doing once a year and you want to just copy and update last year's version, you can do that. Save yourself a little bit of time, just update the dates. You can do all of that as well. All right. We can cover this in 5 minutes. Yeah, we got this. All right. Resources. This is where all of your resources live. Take advantage of the resource tab. Anything and everything that you need for chamber membership is going to live under this tab. So you will see our advocacy guide, a list of committees and groups, the events calendar and sponsorships, marketing guide, everything you could think of. So these will all live here for you. You can look at them at any time. It'll just download it here for you as a PDF. So you have access to these 24/7 if you need to review them, if you need to come back and take a look. They're all here for you. Here's where I wanted to point out is where the membership badge lives. So this is the, there we go. The chamber membership badge that just shows your chamber pride. Feel free to download this and put this wherever you would like it. A lot of people put them on their website, on their social media pages, things like that. Just indicates that you're a chamber member. I encourage you to do that. Not only shares your investment as a part of the community, but it's a great marketing tool. A lot of customers are looking for that. They want to see and they want to shop at places that are invested in their community. So that lives there for you. Reports, super brief. This is going to give you a rundown of total views on things that you have posted. So you can go through and like when you post a hot deal, and it'll show you how many people have viewed it. Some little that you don't have to worry about. If you want to filter, if you have a lot of different referrals and leads, these all come from the RFPs. But anyway, that just kind of gives you a little snapshot as far as total views of things. All right, and the news gives you all of the different things that members have posted all in one spot. So if you just want a brief overview of how many hot deals there are, member to member deals, and then you can access all of those things again from the menu. And then settings is going to take you right back to updating your personal information and all of those things here again. It's a little redundant, but that's okay. Just all different ways to get to the same space.